Hey guys, it's me again. I just wanted to talk to you guys about courage and strength. It is sometimes hard when you are going through some stuff. Um, you know, uh, there's things that are in your past that are very painful, emotionally, mentally, sometimes physically, that trigger things for you, which might make you cry, feel certain things that bring you to a place that you don't want to be. Um, I do go through those things. I really do. I went through those things the other day, and lo and behold, I did that in front of, wow, I think there was maybe 7 or 8 men around me that I really don't know, only met them a couple of times. And I was in a class, which is my substance abuse class, and I was triggered. And I tried to keep it together. I tried to build up the strength that I had to not cry, to not show my vulnerability. Um, that day I wanted to run out of that classroom so bad. I wanted to run so bad, so fast. I just wanted to turn to the counselor and say, I gotta go. I can't do this today, and run. But I didn't. We do this thing in the mornings where when we get there, we check in, say how we've been, if we've done any drugs or any substance abuse, just that kind of checking in, and how we're feeling and stuff like that. But someone had said something that triggered me, and she gave me the papers to do my check-in, and I was trying my hardest, so hard, to not cry. And right before she had gave me those papers to check in, I told the Lord, I said, please just help me with this, because I really need it right now. um and when I read the first question, which was, how am I feeling today, all I could say was emotional. And I broke down. um Completely broke down. um and it was about my bicycle accident that I made a video on a while back. It's on my channel right now, but now it's 9 months into my sobriety, and I am feeling more emotional about it. I'm feeling the strain, the stress, the frustration, feeling the loss, the confusion. To sit in that classroom and break down like that, I built up the courage to sit in that chair, because all I wanted to do was look at her and say, I gotta go. I didn't want to talk in front of them at first. I didn't want to tell them what I was going through. Usually, I talk about it to people that I know. Um, and these people in there, I didn't know them like that. I didn't know them. Like I said, I met them a few times, and that was pretty much it. And my counselor stopped the class, asked the guys if it was cool if they helped me work through that. They all agreed that they would, and they let me tell my story. And that made me feel so good that I planted my feet down on that rock that God built for me and stood strong and just said, this is what I'm going through today, right now. I got triggered by somebody that said some words about something that they were going through, and it triggered me. And reality is, it was kind of crazy for me because I got triggered, and usually when I get triggered like that, when it comes to my accident, I usually was high and stuff like that, so it didn't bother me that much when I was high. But then it bothered me the other day, and I kind of just told my teacher, it's kind of weird how, I don't know if it makes sense to you guys or not, but I'm not triggered to go do drugs to get rid of the emotion or the feeling of it. I was just triggered to just sit there and cry and think about, man, 6 years ago I could have been dead right now, but I'm alive. And as I told my story, like I said, crying to these guys that I don't even know, they showed a lot of empathy, and they felt me, and they understood what I was going through at that moment, and they helped me walk through that little bit of a storm that I was having, and gave me some good advice, and encouraged me to keep pushing because, I am alive. I'm here right now, and that's a blessing in itself. And I am grateful for them men. Really grateful, because I've really never talked about it with other people, face to face, strangers that don't know me, being sober minded. Mind you, I used to talk about this all the time, and I was high, and I was already high and getting high, and we're talking about it like it was no thing. And then after the conversation, the little bit of tears, get high again. This time it was dealing with it, talking about it, working through it, and moving forward with it. I went through that little bit of a storm and that emotional trigger for about 12 minutes. And I just want to say, if you're going through something like that, where something triggers you to have this emotional breakdown a little bit, just remember where you're at right now. You got there. You did it. And you can keep going. Don't let that past bring you back to your past. Make that past, that bad, turn that into good. And I did it that day. All those bad emotions and all those crazy thinking and everything that was going on in that accident, it was bad. But I turned it into good because I'm still here sober. 9 months. Yesterday. 9 months yesterday, because today's the 7th of March. So 9 months yesterday. And I just want to say, if you guys are feeling the way I was feeling the other day, just talk about it to somebody. Reach out for some help. People you trust. And I had to thank the guy, one of the guys that came the next day, because he was there that day I had that breakdown. And I just thanked him and told him I was grateful for his help. And I cried again like a little baby. And I said, look, I'm going to cry again like a little kid. But I was very thankful for him. All the men I was thankful for, because they gave me some good advice. But I was also I thanked him because he was there. But I just encourage you guys, keep strong, stay sober, comment, like, share my videos. If you do need anything, leave me a comment. I'll read them and I'll get back to you. I love you guys. Love your life in Christ. Flame on and go big.